Yeah, and the ingredients are pretty simple. You know, we're using peaches instead of green mango, which is traditionally used. And the peaches will bring a sweetness to it, but to balance that sweetness, because we need a bit of tart, a bit of sour, I'm going to use the juice of a lime. So I've got 2 and 1, 3 and 2, 5. 5 peaches, but what we're going to do is do 2 different layers of texture. The first one I grated 2 of them, so that's 2 peaches that's grated there, and this is a raw chutney if you're wondering. And the other 3, and I cut one open, I'll just show you what I did. All you do is you grab it, you go in a circle around because there's a seed in there, and then you would just spin it, yeah? Then you would just take your knife and you would pop the seed out like so. And you want to get firm peaches, not overly ripe, just to maintain that at least slight tartness. But again, remember I said we're using the juice of the lime to help with that. I've got 2 bird's eye pepper that I chopped up, seeds and everything. You can use habanero if you want to use Scotch bonnet. If you really want heat and you want to use Trinidad Moruga scorpion, you can rock that way. I've got some sea salt, any salt will work. Quite a bit of garlic, and I already crushed the garlic. Just to help it with the blender, because I'm just using the magic bullet, which isn't the most powerful thing. And that is what I'm going to chop these up into smaller pieces, and that's going to go into the magic bullet. A bit of ground roasted jeera, which is really cumin, and to finish things off I've got some chopped cilantro. If you have shadow benny or bandania, some people call it, well, culantro, you can use that as well. And that's it. That's all the ingredients we need here today. We may need a splash of water, but we'll adjust as things progress. The peaches, they're all going to go in there now, and again you will notice that I chopped them up. Yeah, bird's eye pepper, salt, ground roasted cumin, and of course we need the juice of the lime. So I'm just going to hit that a little cut like that, so. And this may just end up being enough liquid to puree this, yeah. And in goes that lime juice in there, and I'm going to use the entire lime. Then you want to puree that. Well, garlic still got to go in there, so in goes the crushed garlic, and now you can puree that. I ended up adding 2 tablespoons of water to it just to help break it down. It'll only take a couple minutes. Just gonna hit that a shake, and what we're gonna do. Oh, does it ever smell good, man? What we're gonna do now is pour this into here with the grated one to give us the smooth texture combined with the sort of chunkiness of the grated if you wanted to hand chop it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as with any recipe I share, if all you want is the pureed version without the texture, cool. The reason for making it with the, and this is part 1 of 2 videos. The second part, I'll show you guys how to make a saltfish buljol sahina bite. This is going to be my dipping sauce for it, but the remainder, my daughter usually, well, they will eat it as a salsa almost with corn chips. So this is why I want the bitter texture as well. After that, it's just a matter of folding it and mixing everything together. You will taste it. You want to get a lovely balance of sweetness from the peaches, a bit of tartness from the lime. Yeah, the salt, of course, will heighten the flavors of everything. The sort of peppery notes or hot notes from the bird's eye pepper that we use, and of course that garlic is in there. The last thing we want to do now is to add the cilantro in there. In goes that nice whack of cilantro, and you will notice that I could have added the cilantro or shadow benny, whichever one that you choose to use. I could have added it to the magic bullet there, but the problem with that is I find that it purees it a little too much. I want little hints of that cilantro to shine through when I'm eating, so this way you're getting a tasty taste of just about everything, nice and chunky and Partner, it just needs a little bit of salt, and this thing is just chill it. All I'm gonna say is allow it to chill, and you're good. Stay tuned, part 2. I'll show you guys how to make the Sahina bites with the leftover saltfish bulgur that I have. Yeah, let's look at that now. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. Remember to stay tuned for part 2 of the video where I show you all how to make the Sahina bites.